name is Michelle and I'm the creator of Bobble Stitch Queen. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. So in this video, we're going to do some market prepping for turtles. Turtles are a necessity for my market, at least, because they sell really well. But I'm going to put to the test some turtle patterns to see if they are market friendly enough for my market. Keep in mind, every area is different. Some things that sell in my area may not sell as well in other areas, or they may sell extremely well. Also keep in mind, pricing is different. I live in an area where I can't price my stuff too high because I am just not going to get that in this area. So let's get to it. So there are a few of these patterns that I have done before that I want to include in this round of patterns because I've never really timed myself. Like, that's one thing that I don't do. I don't time myself when I crochet something. But this first pattern that I'm going to do, I have not done. But it's a blueberry turtle crochet pattern, and it is by Ever Bee Makes. And this is what it looks like. I'm going to link all of these patterns down into the description in case you are interested in purchasing them. So yes, this blueberry turtle is going to be the first one that I do. So I've got my brown yarn and my blueberry yarn, or the blueberry color, and I've got me a stopwatch going, and it's kind of hard to see. Y'all aren't really going to be able to see it, but take my word for it. I am going to time myself and see how long it takes me to do this turtle. And we will start with the head, is what the pattern calls for, and we'll get to it. So I got the head done. The head took me 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Yeah, there we go. 4 minutes and 20 seconds. And I got a little distracted because I had to go get my safety eyes. And I'm watching a TV show on Hulu. So I could have probably done it a little bit faster. But yes, we got the head done. And now let's move on to the body, which the body starts out in the blue yarn, of course. So we'll get going with that, and I'm going to go ahead and put it together, and I will tell you how long it took me to do this blueberry turtle. We shall see. Okay, so I am done with the blueberry turtle. It turned out cute. I don't care for how the feet are because they're picot stitches, however you pronounce that, and I just think the feet could be done differently to make it look more uniform. You do have to sew the head on, which is not a big deal, and to get the blueberry stitches you have to go back and work in the front loops of a round. But it took me 25 minutes and 3 seconds. With it being my first time, that's probably why I was slower, because when you look at a pattern and do it for the first time, it does take you a little bit longer of figuring out, you know, the directions, where to go. I had trouble doing my magic ring for some reason. So I definitely think this could be done quicker. I may do it again to see if I can do it quicker, because for this little turtle in my area, for my market, I could maybe get $8, maybe $10 out of it. So I need something that's quicker, or, you know, do it in bigger yarn to make it a bigger turtle. So let's go on to the next turtle. And the next turtle that I'm going to do, it is the Bocephus turtle, and it's by No Way Jose Crochet. I love that. No Way Jose Crochet. I love that. So if you do not know what the Bocephus turtle is, it looks like this, but I am going to do it as a Ninja Dude mod. So I'm going to get my supplies, get started on this one, and see how long it takes me for this. So I've got my yarns out, my brown, well, that's my green, my brown, and then my red. So we will see how long it takes to do this turtle. We got the red turtle mod done. This is what it looks like. I love the little bandana look, but it took me 36 minutes and 46 seconds right there. So definitely took me longer than I was expecting. People say I'm a fast crocheter, but when I'm actually timing myself, I feel like that is super slow. Plus, it could be also because I'm kind of getting distracted, watching TV. And when I actually stop and watch TV, I push pause and then I'll resume when I'm going back to crocheting. And then, as you can tell, I switched the colors out because I was going to go with this green. But I thought, you know what, I'm going to do this with the dark colored shell. But yes, I will definitely make more of these because I think these would be good market sellers because of the 4 turtles that they can represent. With it being this type, I think I could probably get around $15 for this, which, is good considering also it took me 36 minutes and 46 seconds. So that I think is definitely, worth my time for the amount that I would charge for that. So let's get to the next turtle, but the next turtle I will probably not do until tomorrow because I got to get busy doing some things here around the house. I mean, right now it is Sunday at 5 p.m. and we're going to be doing dinner here in a little bit. So the third turtle I will do tomorrow. So it is Wednesday, March the 25th, and I was able to do a few turtles last night at my daughter's volleyball game. I didn't get to record anything because I didn't want to record during the volleyball game. But the next turtle that I did, it's one of my favorites, and I've done a few of these. But it's called Scout the Sea Turtle, and it is by Crochet by Callie. And this is what it looks like. She also has a strawberry modification one as well. And that is what it looks like. So I did both the regular and the strawberry modification. I haven't put the eyes on yet because I'm going to embroider the eyes. But here is what the strawberry one looks like. And of course it did take me longer because it's the first time that I've done this one. And I've got to go back and put the seeds on. But for just doing this much right here, it took me 20 minutes and 26 seconds. And I definitely think I could do it faster the next time. I'm going to sit up. Because with this pattern, you do the leaves, and then it's like one continual piece. And when you're working in a magic ring that small, it was just hard to get it going. So I was struggling with that back loop. I almost think I would rather just sew the leaf on there, but that's what that one looks like. And then regular Scout, again, I need to embroider the eyes. The regular Scout took me 16 minutes and 45 seconds, and this is what it looks like. And you do have to sew the heads on. I forgot to mention that. So I really like Scout. I think it's going to be a good market prep. And then another turtle that I really like to use for my market prep is, I know a lot of people like Tofu the Turtle, and I do like Tofu the Turtle, but to me, I can get this one done quicker. And it is called, let me look it up, it's called Teeny Turtle, and it's by Of Sticks and Yarn. Yeah, Teeny Turtle, a crochet pattern of sticks and yarn. But this is what it looks like. And these sell really well at my market. Yes, you do have to sew the head on, but it only takes a few stitches to sew the head on, so I don't mind at all. And Teeny the Turtle took me 14 minutes and 19 seconds. Another thing that I found out last night is I'm sitting here trying to do this at a volleyball game in a chair, so my yarn is kind of sitting beside me, and I'm having to pull it out, and the whole time, and I'm timing myself, and I'm thinking, I could definitely probably get these done quicker. But I wanted to be productive somewhat with this video. So those are the next 3 that I did. I think the next one that I'm wanting to do to time myself, if I can get out of my iPad, I think we're going to go with Titus and Tice the Turtle by Old Sew Factory. I absolutely love Tice the Turtle. Works up super quick. I love that you don't have to, you know, pre-prep the fins, and you don't have to pre-prep the fins either on Scout. But I already had Tice, that pattern. I've already had it for, you know, a few months, and I bought Titus the other day just to be able to do this video. But I'm going to start out with Tice since that's what I've done before. But again, it's Tice the Turtle by Old Sew Factory. It is one of my favorite turtles to do, but I've never timed myself on doing it. Hopefully I can do it pretty quick. With me, I've done this pattern before. Let me see what colors I want to do. I think I'll probably do some colors that I've already got out because I really like this color combination, and I've already got it out. And this is Walmart brand. I don't even think they carry this anymore, but it's called Cozy Chenille Yarn, and the color is, I don't see the color. I wish they carried this because I love how it feels. It does remind me of Bernat blanket yarn, and I got this for $1.50 on clearance for the entire skein. And then for the head and the fins, I'm going to use one of my favorite yarns. I love Premier Basic Chenille, and I believe this is Seafoam. Yes, Seafoam. So this is what I'm going to use for Tice the Turtle. Let's see how quick I can do it. You know, with this pattern, you start with the head, and I'm just going to kind of record a little bit as I do this. It is an absolute beautiful day here in Kentucky. I've got my back door open. Luckily, you're not hearing Dalmer Crow. He's already on the other side of the fence, roaming in our yard. That's what he does during the day, is he roams our side yard and, you know, gets all the bugs and stuff. But yeah, let me get this magic ring started. Alright, so I've got Tice done, and here is what it looks like. Cute little fins. I mean, I absolutely love this turtle pattern. And I got Tice done in 25 minutes and 18 seconds. So to me, I think this is a good market make, especially if you use bigger yarn, a bigger hook. I use a 6mm hook, and I think the next time I make Tice, I'm going to use a 7mm hook. But I just love how these colors just make it look more like a sea turtle and everything. So yeah, and I just love that you don't have to pre-make the fins. Even though when you do a lot of crochet turtles, you crochet the fins into the round. And, you know, that's definitely a lot better than having to sew them. But I just love that you go in and you crochet the fins actually from the round out the way this pattern is done. I've actually got a bee pattern getting ready to come out. So by the time this video posts, the bee pattern will either be out or I will be coming out within the next few days. But my bee pattern, you don't pre-make the wings. You actually crochet the wings, changing the color as you do the round, and I love how they turn out, which is the reason why I love this turtle as well. So I think the next thing I'm going to do is Tice's big brother, Titus. Not worked it. I'm guessing it's basically the same concept. It's just going to be bigger. So I can't wait to see how big it turns out. And I think I'm going to go ahead and use a 7mm hook. And I'm going to go ahead and use the same colors because I just love this color combination. So yeah, let's get on to Titus and see how big Titus turns out. So I'm going to get that started. I got to get my supplies out because I got to get some bigger eyes. So yes, I was looking over the pattern. It is basically the same concept and everything. So I'm going to get my timer started and get started on Titus. And I'm anxious to see the time difference in this one as compared to Tice. So I love it. I've got the head done so far. The head has taken me 11 minutes and 7 seconds. I was having trouble getting the eyes in. And I think the eyes are 2 different sizes. But that's okay. Oh, me. Apparently I had a different size eye in one thing. So there's one eye. And yeah, they're different sizes. So this will probably be a plushie that I'll discount or something. But that is so funny. But look at the size difference in heads. So this is Tice, and this is Titus. And yes, I did use a bigger hook, and the pattern is meant to be bigger. But I am loving it already. So it is so funny that I didn't even notice the size of eyes difference. I have noticed that where I'm timing myself, I think I am slower, because when you're going against the clock, your brain is thinking, oh, gotta go fast, and you make mistakes. So it's been fun. It's been fun. Okay, but on to the body. So we're in a different setting, as you can see. Like, where am I? I am at Lake Barkley. My husband and I came this weekend to get away to celebrate our 26th wedding anniversary. And he asked, he's like, do you care if I go fishing? I was like, absolutely not. And he was like, well, what are you going to do? And I'm like, I'm going to crochet. So we have been enjoying the weather here, and I'm inside filming because I don't want the neighbors to hear me talking. But I got Titus the turtle finished up when I got here. And Titus the turtle took me 47 minutes and 20 seconds. And look how cute. I love how much bigger he is. So we've got Titus and we got Tice. Super, super cute. Tara, you've done a fabulous job with these 2 turtles. I just love how the fins are crocheted as you go into the round, and you don't have to pre-make them or anything like that. So I highly recommend both of these patterns. Completely no sew. You just have to like leave yarn, a piece of yarn tail long enough to tack the head back so that it, holds up. But this would definitely be a good market make for me. It took me 47 minutes. Not for sure exactly what I would charge yet, but because of how it's done, that I don't have to pre-make the fins, I love it. So Titus and Tice are cute. So let's see what I am going to do next. I've got a few more turtles on my list to do. We all know Trunk the turtle, also known as the booty turtle. I think I might do it next. Yeah, we've got Trunk the turtle, and then I've also got this stress ball turtle that I'm wanting to do, and then there's a no-sew mini turtle by Happy Turtle Crochet, and I was going to do another Scout the turtle, but the sunflower version, but I don't think I want to do that. I think I'm actually going to do the no-sew mini turtle by Happy Turtle Crochet, because I have done this turtle pattern before and I like how it works up. Let me find it so I can show you all, and I'm just going to do the regular version, but I think I'm going to do the feet differently than what the pattern calls for. It's so funny that I'm trying to find this turtle pattern and I can't find it in my list. Oh, there it is. So this is the no-sew mini turtle. There's a standard version, a sunflower version, and a daisy version, and it's by Happy Turtle Crochet, but this is what it looks like. And like I said, I'll probably I may do one of the flower versions, because where I'm market prepping, I do know that I have a standard version already made. That way I can have a flower version, ready to go. So I think I will do the sunflower version. It may not be the sunflower colors, because I don't think I have the right color of yarn that I brought with me, because I was limited on space. So yeah, I'm going to get started on that. But first, I want to show you all the outside of where I'm staying. We're staying in a little cabin. I mean, if it was just my husband and I could live in this tiny cabin. I think I might straighten up a little bit, give you a tour real quick of the cabin and then the outdoor, and then we'll get started on this no-sew mini turtle. So you walk into the cabin and this is what it looks like. It's got a little small kitchen area. We really didn't have a place to put our food, so that's what the counter looks kind of messy. And then it's got this cute little table, got my yarn there, little bathroom there, and it's got a stand-up corner shower. This is the living area, little couch, more of my yarn. That's a closet, and that's TV and stuff. A view this way of the kitchen, and you're probably wondering, where do you sleep? You pull that down, and it's like ladder stairs, like that, and there's a king-size bed and a twin-size bed up there in the loft, but you're not getting a tour of that because I'm not about to pull that ladder down and try to climb up there. So yes, this is the the inside of the cabin. And then when you go out, here is the outside. But it is so beautiful. So I'm definitely getting some relaxing time today. A little bit of time to myself, which is much needed. So yeah, I'm going to get started on this turtle. I'll be back and let you know how long it took me. And then hopefully I can get on to the next one. Okay, so I got this turtle done, and I haven't done the eyes yet because I didn't bring any safety eyes, so I'll probably embroider eyes. But this is what it looks like, the sunflower version, and I did it in 36 minutes and 24 seconds. I really like this pattern. The pattern for the feet calls for a bobble stitch, and I've done this pattern before, and to me the bobble stitch was too small for feet, so I did a triple bobble stitch, and I think it looks more uniform and better. But I love how this pattern works up. It is completely no-sew, and you do the head, like you do the shell and then the flower and then the feet and everything first, and then you go back and work in the back loops only or the front loops, I can't remember which, of the head, and you start the head from here and go out, which I love. I really enjoy this pattern, so I would highly recommend it. So my next turtle pattern that I want to do is, and I've done this before and it's actually been in one of my other videos, but it's the stress ball turtle, and I think that this will be a good market seller because it's like a fidget turtle. And my husband, the three that I did do, he asked if he could take them to his work because he works with, he's a sped aide, and it's good fidgets for the kids. So that's what I'm going to do next. It's by Unraveled and Unwound. Again, it's the stress ball turtle, but this is what it looks like. And this shell right here, it comes out and it's a little stress ball, and I just fill it with, you know, polyfill, and it's super cute. So this is what I'm going to work on next, and I've got my yarn colors picked out over here behind me. So I'm going to get started on it, see how long it takes me, and I'll get back to you while I'm crocheting. I am sitting outside because it is so pretty, but I don't want to film outside around people because of the neighbors hearing me and stuff. So I will be back with the stress ball. Okay, so we got this mini stress ball turtle done, and it took me longer than I was expecting, but I think like this idea popped in my mind as I was doing it, that I wonder if it would work faster doing it this certain way, which I'll explain to you when I show you the turtle. But it took me 50 minutes and 18 seconds. But these are so stinking cute, and they make good, like, fidgets, I guess you could say. But this is what it looks like, and it is no-sew, but the shell of it comes out like this, so it becomes the stress ball or a fidget, you know, for a kid to play with. And you just fill it with polyfill. I'm sure you could, you know, fill it with other stuff, but I would rather do polyfill to make sure it's more kid-friendly. And I'll embroider the eyes on. But with this pattern, you do have to crochet the feet separately and then crochet them in the round. But because the turtle is like this on the inside, you have to, you know, when you fasten off the string for your feet, you have to weave in the end to hide it, because normally, you know, you can, like, when you work in feet of a turtle, it'll be worked inside and you can kind of tie it and knot those ends off. But with this, you can't, because you can see the inside. So, you know, that takes time of weaving in those ends for each of the feet. And then another thing that I do is when you've got the tail from the magic ring and you've got the tail from your color changes, the pattern says weave in your ends. But I'm thinking if you weave in the ends where it's, you know, being seen like this, I'm afraid it'll eventually unravel out. Those ends will. So what I do is the head is crocheted just like the turtle that I did before, the no-sew mini turtle by Happy Turtle Crochet. Is you start right here and you create 12 single crochets into the body of the turtle, and then you come out like this. So I get about 3 or 4 rounds into the head. So what I do is when I start my magic ring, I start with a long tail and I weave the tail through this opening of the head as well as my tails of my color changes, and I knock them off inside of here before I finish the head. So that way I know it's not going to come out. But I love this pattern. I'll make more. And I love this designer as well for this, because a lot of her patterns have the stress balls. This is the only pattern I have of hers, but I'm definitely going to buy more. But yeah, so this is the stress ball turtle. Again, 50 minutes and 18 seconds. I've got one last turtle to do, and it is Trunk the Turtle, aka the Booty Turtle. I have never done this pattern, so I'm super excited about doing it. We all know that's what it looks like, but it is a free pattern on Instagram, and it's by 4 different artists. And I bought the pattern off Etsy because I wanted to be able to download it to my patterns. So this will be the next turtle that I'll do, that I'm going to work on. So I'm anxious to see how long it takes me. I'm guessing it's going to be like 45 minutes, maybe close to an hour. I don't know. But I'm going to get started on Trunk the Turtle. I think, you know, I'll do the shell, the basic brown that I've got. And then I'm going to do the body in this green, which is Sage, with Premier Basic Chenille. So let's get started on that, and I'll be back to show you that turtle as well as all of these lovely turtles that I've gotten done. And I can't wait to see, you know, show you each one of them, how long each one of them took. Maybe I can figure out a pricing to see, you know, about the time or whatever, and see if, you know, they're great market makes or not. So I am back from my little getaway at the lake, and I got the booty turtle done. And let's just say I love it. So for the booty turtle, got to do the eyes, you know, the little butt that's revealed. It took me 39 minutes and 2 seconds is how long it took me. And I must say that I love the booty turtle because I worked on this on the day that my husband wanted to go fishing. He had a great fishing day. He just fished all day, and I just sat beside him and crocheted. I'd stop and take a break. We'd chat, then we'd drive and go to another place. I had people stop and be like, my old lady would be crocheting too, or my wife would be crocheting too. I actually got 4 of them done. So I got 4 booty turtles done. Love how this pattern works up. I mean, it's cute. It's cute. So yeah, I will definitely be making more of these, but I'm not going to make any more of these for my upcoming market because I want to make sure the 4 of them sell, because my first market is April the 12th. So that is all of the turtles that I'm going to do. So let's have a recap on these turtles and how long they took me, and also with Tice the turtle, I didn't lose it. I left it for the lady that her and her husband let us stay in their cabin for those few days, and she had mentioned that she loved the little turtle, and she's like, when you're not market prepping, I would like to buy one of those from you. So after we cleaned up the cabin, I left the turtle on the table, and I left her a thank you note, thanks for letting us stay at your cabin, really enjoyed it, really enjoyed getting away, enjoy the turtle. And her husband texted my husband and was like, so and so got the turtle. She was so excited. So I don't have Tice the turtle to show you, but it was in my video. So the turtle that took the least amount of time is Teeny the turtle, which took me 14 minutes and 19 seconds. This is probably the turtle for me that's the big bang for my buck, because I sell these little turtles for anywhere between $7 and $8. So if one takes me 14 minutes and 19 seconds, you're looking at like $32 an hour, which is great. So these are definitely the quick market makes that are good for your money. Is the Teeny turtle, and it's by Of Sticks and Yarn. And I keep looking down at my notes if you see me looking down, because that's what I'm looking at. So yeah, that 14 minutes and 19 seconds. And then we have regular Scout the turtle, which is this one, and it was 16 minutes and 45 seconds, and it's Crochet by Callie. And then after that one, we have Scout the strawberry turtle by the same designer, Crochet by Callie, 20 minutes and 26 seconds. And then the next one after that, coming in real close behind each other, we have the blueberry turtle, which is 25 minutes and 3 seconds. And then Tice would be next, because Tice took me 25 minutes and 18 seconds. And then after that, we have the Bocephus turtle, which is this one. So that took me 36 minutes and 46 seconds. And then after that, we have, it would be the Booty Turtles at 39 minutes and 2 seconds. And then the No So Mini Turtle. Oh, actually this one, the No So Mini Turtle by Happy Turtle Crochet, that took 36 minutes and 24 seconds. That one was hiding from me. So yeah, that's how long that one took. And then after that, we have Titus the turtle, which took me 47 minutes and 20 seconds. And then last but certainly not least, because I think it is going to be a good market seller, and it is the Stress Ball Turtle, which took me 50 minutes and 18 seconds. That you take the little shell out as the stress ball, because I think this one is going to sell really well. So yeah, hope you enjoyed me going over these turtle patterns, and hopefully you can kind of get an idea of how long, you know, they'll take you compared to how they take me. Again, everybody's market and areas are different, so some people are going to be able to sell them and get more out of what at their markets as opposed to what I can get out of my markets. But yeah, I'm anxious to see how well these sell. I want to keep track of them at my market on April the 12th to see which ones sell, and then maybe have a recap after my market. I'm definitely going to do a video setting up my market and, you know, clips of my market and everything, because I think that would be exciting to do. But yeah, I love doing this series. I got to decide what I'm going to do next. Leave a comment and let me know what I should do next and give me some ideas, because I do have a ton of patterns that I would like to start, you know, working up, especially ones that I haven't tried before. But yeah, enjoy the turtle series. I hope you all enjoyed it, and if you've not already done so, please like, subscribe, and comment. That helps my channel out, helps me to continue to grow. I finally reached 100 subscribers, which was awesome. So that's like a baby step for me, and my daughter was super excited about it. She's like, Mom, you've got 100 followers, and she's like, now you got to get 1,000. So yeah, if you can like, subscribe, comment, share, I'd greatly appreciate it. Until next time, bye.